there are so many things under index funds.
So it could be IT, it could be FMCG, it could be pharma, it could be auto, so on and so forth. These are different types of index which you create out of Nifty itself. Similarly, in a stock parlance sense, if you were to look at top 50 stocks and you apply alpha as a filter, typically then you could end up creating an index which comprises of those stocks which pull the index performance higher.
Hello everyone, we are back with another episode of Novice to Wise, and we have Mr. Anand Vardarajan, the Chief Business Officer at Tata Asset Management, to answer our queries and make finance simple for us. Hi sir, how have you been?
Very well. How are you?
I'm also good. So sir, now I have started sort of researching about investing and where to start and everything. So and we also had a discussion on passives. So और मैं सुन रही हूँ index fund simple है, तो I thought but then there are so many things under index funds. I mean, we have Tata, Nifty, Midcap, 150, Momentum 50 index fund. I don't understand 150 or Momentum or so what is this? I mean, could you explain more on this?
Okay, Kruti, you remember the classroom example we spoke in one of the earlier episodes?
Yes.
50 students in a classroom, and if you want to bet on which student will get the best marks, if you have to bet on the best marks which student will get, or would you bet on the classroom?
Yeah, so it's taking the class average. That's is right, basically index fund.
That's right. So I think it all starts from there. I mean, you'll have to go back to that example, and we'll see if we can explain index funds that way.
So I understood there are like different types. So we just say market cap index fund. What is that?
So just going back to the same classroom example, when you look at a classroom, you will find within the classroom, you'll find some who are very well established students, some who are getting there, and some who are still not kind of uncovered in a sense in terms of what is their potential. So think of market cap exactly like that. You're well established, very visible, would really be your large cap index. Your mid caps they are there, visible, they have potential to become large cap, but somewhere in the middle. And small caps are the ones which are just under the radar and can potentially become mid to mega over a period of time. And you're buying some of these kind of indices. Does that make sense?
Yes. So index based on the sizes of the
companies
it invests in. So then what is thematic, sectoral?
Okay, so think about the same classroom example. If I were to say, who are the best students who are good at math, for instance, and some who are good in, say, English or language, and some who are good in, say, cricket. So basis each one of them in terms of their stream, which is one theme. They may not be good at everything, but they are very, very good at this. So within the index, the classroom itself, if you were to think about it, if you were to split it by sectors or themes, you will find a completely different set of stocks, which are the best stocks in that sector. And that becomes the way for you to call out those kind of stocks or sectors and put that in an index fund and offer it.
So basically, if there is one...
So it could be IT, it could be FMCG, it could be pharma, it could be auto, so on and so forth. These are different types of index which you create out of Nifty itself. Nifty is a composition of multiple sectors, and within that, if you were to just do a simple dissection and take autos out or banks out or real estate out and create an index out of it, that becomes a thematic or a sectoral kind of an index.
So a stock can be part of, let's say, any market cap, but can be part of a particular sector also.
Possible.
Oh, okay.
Because you're drawing it from the main pool and looking at it through a different lens,
right,
which is a sector lens.
Right. So now I'm a little smart with my research, and I have came across this term called smart beta. But I'm not smart enough to figure out what it is, because उसके अंदर भी बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. तो please explain that.
So going back to your first question, what really is this 150 momentum 50 index fund? Momentum is a smart beta. Value is a smart beta. What does the word momentum mean to you?
I would not know that in investing terms.
What English meaning of momentum?
So something that has a lot of speed, as in it is
Picking
growing
up,
or picking up.
speed,
Yeah.
So in the same classroom example, if I were to ask you, Kruti, who are the students who have done reasonably well in the recent past in academics, that's what we would broadly call as momentum. And think about it in a stock sense. Stocks which have been doing well in recent period is momentum. What does 150 mean? 150 is the total base or the size of the pool. From there, you're picking up, there are 50 stocks which are in the top 50 by momentum. You're picking up and making an index out of it. So that's what, to your first question, is Tata Nifty 150, which means the total size of the pool. Momentum is the filter, which is it's picking up in terms of performance. Within that 150, these 50 stocks, which is picking up momentum and create an index out of it.
Okay.
Conversely, there could also be something which, while you didn't ask, I'll still tell you, is something called a value index, which means, suppose, go back to the same classroom example. And if I were to tell you which are the students who have potential to do very well, but are not doing so well today. Talent hai, but they're not able to they can do far better. And in a stock sense, again, where you think there is great value and over a period of time we think it will unlock value, that becomes a part of your value index.
Okay.
So that is also something where you're looking at some of these kind of strategies and you say, you classify them as momentum, you classify them as value, so on and so forth.
I have also heard something called alpha. So is alpha something different, or is it part of index fund? Or
so it comes under the same smart beta category only. But what alpha does is, again, going by the same classroom thing. If you were to just look at the front benchers and make bet on them, quite possible that they may end up doing better than the average of the class in terms of academics. Quite possible.
Okay. Can you explain a little more?
Yeah. So in a classroom, you'll have all types of students. Some who rank 1, 2, 3, and some rank 30 to 40 and so on. And if you were to say, I want to create who are the best students in the class, which is say rank 1 to 10, which is above average, is what you want to take. Similarly, in a stock parlance sense, if you were to look at top 50 stocks and you apply alpha as a filter, typically then you could end up having creating an index which comprises of those stocks which pull the index performance higher.
Okay.
So potentially with this filter, it is possible that you could get a little extra over and above the index by this particular filter, and that's why it's a smart beta. It tries to eliminate the ones which do not perform in the index. So if you remove the poor performer or below average performer, then what you end up, the residual is obviously something which adds to the index return. You get a little extra return out of that. That's what is really.
Basically, if in a class of 40 students, the average is 70%, then these people who are the first benchers, we're calling them alpha, they are doing or they are responsible for taking the average this higher.
Yeah, potentially they'll end up doing better than 70. And if you have a filter and you are able to just take them out and put them in an index,
Okay.
That's what makes it alpha 30, alpha 50, whatever that you wish to call it, depending on how many stocks the index comprises of.
So now it makes things simpler, and thank you for explaining from one example only all the terms. And now I can also say that index fund simple hai. Thank you for the conversation.
Thank you, Kruti.
So guys, I hope you also found this conversation enriching and you were also able to understand the different terms associated with index fund, and now you can also say that index funds are simple. See you until next time.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.